Hi everyone, it is finally time for a new video, and today I'm going to be doing a good old easy March TBR. So I normally don't make videos like this anymore because just usually, first of all, they're not as fun for me to film as some other videos, and second of all, I never stick to TBRs. And every booktuber knows this struggle, I feel like, or like most of us. We are overly ambitious, we're mood readers, we never stick to the TBR and all of that. However, I've been having literally the best problem a human person could have, which is I have so many books that I'm excited about that I own on my shelves that I have not been able to decide what I actually want to read, and I haven't even been really reading. And I also have been really busy, so that's why I haven't uploaded in a while, and I wanted to put this up before I managed to edit all of my longer videos. Yeah, so I put together this pile and a few ebooks and whatever to hopefully help me decide what I actually want to read the most. We'll see how it goes, but whatever. These books are super exciting, so hopefully it's going to be a fun video to watch. So let's just get straight into it. The first book that I have here is a book that I've had for not that long, but I have wanted to read it for a very long time, and that is Xyla and Kai by Christina Forrest. So I love Christina Forrest. I have read both of her first two books that were before this one, and I absolutely loved them, and so this was one of my most anticipated releases. I was so excited about it that I finally managed to buy it this January, I think, and I have not read it because mainly it is quite long for a YA contemporary. It is 460 pages. And it's going to be very angsty and emotional because it's supposed to be kind of like a second chance romance where they dated and then they broke up and then they run away together or something, and on the front it says it's not just the will they, won't they, but why can't they. And so I feel like this is going to be very different from Christina Forrest's other books because I think it's going to be kind of slower paced, more emotional. The other two are super fast reads, lighthearted, wonderful, fun, amazing. Highly recommend. And I do think I'm gonna love this one. It's just it's more of an investment, and again, I've been really struggling to focus on reading and being busy. I need short, easy books, but I just hopefully March should slow down a little bit. So we're gonna get to this one. Christina Forrest also has an adult romance coming out. I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna get that one and read it first before this one because I've been looking forward to that so much, and I actually think it's already out right now. Because I was thinking I was going to pre-order it, but then I decided I'm gonna check out one bookstore that could have it in person, and if they're not gonna have it, I'm gonna order it online. Anyway, the next book that I have here is One Jar of Magic by Corey and Haidu. So this is such a beautiful little book. I just got this in the mail a couple weeks ago, and I don't know. I honestly don't even know anything about it, and the cover is so beautiful and it's so magical, and I love middle grade, and I'm not sure if this is contemporary or if it's an urban fantasy or fabulism or whatever it is. Oh my god, I saw the dedication from afar and I was like, I'm sure that's gonna be a very touching dedication, and it says, "To everyone who thought they had to be someone better, stronger, faster, more. To everyone who helped them understand they were enough just as they were." That is beautiful. So, I don't know, I just feel like this is gonna be emotional and lovely and meaningful, and I need that in my life, so we're gonna hopefully get to that. Then I have a book that is a recent release. I definitely want to make some videos reading my most anticipated releases of this year and whatever, so I mean making reading vlogs definitely motivates me the most to read anything, so that's a great plan. And that, I didn't even say the name, did I? So that is X's and O's by Amy Lee. I enjoyed the first book in this series by this author. I don't fully remember it that much. I don't think I completely fell in love with it, but something about this, I feel like I'm going to love it even more. Oh yeah, the main character decides to revisit her exes in the hope of finding her very own trope-worthy second chance romance, but she asks her roommate for help, and they're going to fall in love. Oh my god, I don't always love romances where other people are involved, where, the main character actually wants someone else first than the love interest. But at the same time, I love roommate romances, And there is something, when the concept is done right, there's something really fun about it. So I'm very excited. Then we have a book I'm definitely going to be reading, so at least one book out of this pile is going to be read. And that is Spy Family by Tetsuya Endo, Volume 2. I just read Volume 1 for a very exciting video. That's gonna come like hopefully in the middle end of March. We're obviously gonna be reading this and I'm very excited, and probably more volumes as well, but this is the only one that I have bought so far, so yeah. Then I have Heartbreaker by Sarah McLean, which I actually started, and I also have it for a reading vlog, but I just kind of have been stuck in reading historical romances. I adored the first book in this series. If you're looking for a historical romance series that has like really cool heroines that are, and is like more action-packed, and the heroines basically all kind of have this like club, and I don't know how to describe it, but they basically, you know, it's kind of like they do crime but for a good cause, and like those kinds of vibes where they actually do illegal things to make the world a better place, to keep people safe, and like all of those things, and I am absolutely here for that. So I just think it's gonna be incredible, and I just need to pick it up and read it. So then, speaking of historical romances, another one that is the same thing. I'm super excited about it. I know I'm gonna love it. I just need to pick it up, and that is The Scoundrel in Her Bed by Lauren Heath. I also read pretty much the exact same amount like this one. And I just need to dive further into it. This is basically a second chance romance where it's like a, what's it called? It's kind of a forbidden romance where the heroine is supposed to marry someone else because she is, you know, like a lady and whatever. But she falls in love with a commoner, and they kind of like sneak around and whatever, but the hero abandoned her at some point before in the past, and this is gonna be their second chance romance where they reunite and reconnect. And it does have quite a few flashbacks, and I don't personally always love flashbacks because just I feel like it disrupts the flow of the story for me, and it really makes a lot of sense in this story, and like it gives you context and whatever, but I just still don't fully love it, and I just want it to be in the present day, but hopefully we're gonna get to that, and I feel like when we do, it's gonna be so angsty and beautiful and emotional, and I'm ready. Like, it's gonna be wonderful, but yeah. So then I have a contemporary romance, and that is Two Wrongs Make a Right by Chloe Leese. Yes, I also have a bookmark in this one because that has been the case with literally everything. I pick it up, I read a little bit, and then I put it back down. But this book, I also want to read it for a video. Pretty much like all of these are gonna be in reading vlogs, like, let's be honest. But this one, I just feel like this is going to become one of my new all-time favorites, and I'm so excited for it, but at the same time, I feel like I don't feel ready for it yet because it's just I just know it's gonna be the kind of experience that, like, I think I'm gonna relate to it really a lot. It's gonna like hit all the most sensitive spots. And it's gonna be wonderful, but like I'm scared, you know? So yeah, but I'm very excited about it. I think I'm gonna absolutely love it, and I can't wait to read it and share it with you. But I just need to, you know, I just need to gather up some courage and we're gonna get to it. Then I have Mistakes Were Made by Meryl Wilsoner. I was so excited about this book when it came out, and I just have not picked it up. And like, I kind of forgot about the book because again, I've bought so many books in the past few months that like I need to read faster and stop buying shit for a little while because like, oh my gosh. But this is an adult sapphic romance, and it's going to be like the heroine is going to date her best friend's mom. So I don't typically love age gap romances. It's not like a trope that I'm absolutely like in love with or anything. But I don't know, I just feel like this is gonna be a super fun book that's going to just be lighthearted and steamy and fun, and I really need that because I feel like I have a lot of emotional books that I want to read, and I need some like chill fun ones in the mix, you know? So this is going to be a great choice for that. Speaking of the super emotional books that I want to read, I finally want to read Before We Fall by Rosie Adams. So this is a book that I read 100 pages of, and that was in like October, and I remember every fucking page. Like, I remember it vividly. I know I'm going to love this book, but it is extremely heavy and emotional, and it's actually funny and kind of fitting that it's been taking me so long to read because it actually took Rilsey a long time to write, and it's like a really cool special experience because like we're mutuals on Twitter with Rilsey, and I basically like saw her tweet about this book, writing it and everything, like the whole time pretty much, you know, until like it actually came together and it was published and everything. And like, so it's just like a really cool experience to know that and see what went into this book. And then me as a reader also struggling, because this book, it deals with an abusive relationship and our heroine is married to an abusive man, and so obviously that's an extremely triggering, upsetting topic. It's written in a way that is like, it's really well written, but like it is on page. Like there's a lot of content on page that is super upsetting, and like, you know, it is not a book where it's just mentioned where it happened in the past or whatever. So just a huge trigger warning for that. I think this is going to be an absolutely incredible romance, and like I'm so excited for it. I just, you know, have been really needing to find the right time to read this book because it is not an easy read in any shape or form, but I feel like with March and spring coming, and I actually have been feeling pretty decently mentally lately, I feel like I just should finally pick up this book. So I'm gonna still take it slow, and I do not want to force myself to read the whole thing or whatever, but I think like once I pick it back up, honestly, it's not gonna be easy to put it back down. But I think I'm also getting to the parts that are finally going to get a little better and less painful, but obviously it's still gonna be very heavy. So yeah, but I definitely think you should pick up this book if you could handle the topics, but definitely be very careful going into it. And yes, but it is a book that I absolutely want to pick up. Yeah. Next book that I have here, very different, is Daughter of the Deep by why did I almost say Rilsey Adams? By Rick Riordan. It is Rick's latest release that I still have not read, and I actually will talk about that in a vlog at some point, but I did not buy this book for a long time because of the cover. I wanted to get the US cover, but it was too expensive and whatever. So we have this, and I definitely want to read it. I just need to fucking read it because like, I am a Rick Riordan stan, and I know I'm gonna love it, and it's gonna be super fun. So I just need to pick it up. Again, like I just need to pick it up, and I need to start reading, and it's gonna be wonderful and whatever. So yes. Then I have The Decoy Girlfriend by Lily Vale, which I feel like it's gonna be another lighthearted, fun, easy, quick romance read. And it's supposed to have like celebrity vibes and fake dating, where the main character, the heroine, she is kind of like a doppelganger of this like famous actress, and she needs to like fake date an actor, I guess, in the place of the actress, if that makes sense. So it's not the actress dating the guy, it's this random girl who looks like the actress dating the guy, and the two of them are going to have a romance. But I love books about celebrities, and I want to read more, and so we are going to be reading this. I'm very excited. So then I have a book that I was not originally going to put on this TBR, but then I was thinking, you know what? I literally want to find the book. The plan of this video and like what I want to do in the next couple weeks is to pick out the books that I'm just absolutely dying to read, so that I can like prioritize books that I'm just gonna have the best time with, you know, like books I actually think I'm going to love the most out of my shelves, whatever. And this is Untouchable by Talia Hibbert, and I basically have been rereading books for the first time in my life pretty much in the past couple months. Like I thought that I didn't actually like rereading, but the only issue was I was just like reading so much that rereading made me kind of like panic, because I was like, I should be reading a book that I haven't read instead, you know? But I'm like, I read so much, it literally does not matter. And I also, because I read so much, I forget so many things. And so even my like absolute favorite books, for some of them, I literally remember pretty much nothing except for, you know, like the characters and the vibes and whatever. And so it makes no sense. And so I have been rereading Talia Hibbert's books and desperately trying to stay away from the books from their backlist that I have not read yet. Because I have like 3 left that I haven't read. Maybe 2. No, it's 3. 3 books left by Talia Hibbert that I have not read. And I can't not, like, I can't, the thought of having 0 makes me want to just, like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with my life. Because if you didn't know, Talia Hibbert is my favorite author in the world. And, like, I have a lot of all-time favorite authors. And, like, I don't want to compare, but, like, if I had to pick one, it would be Talia Hibbert. And so I just, you know, but at the same time, I'm like, why? I need to stop trying to gatekeep myself from things that I'm gonna absolutely love, you know? Like, I know that some of you have the issue that like you keep yourself away from the books that you know you're absolutely gonna love, and I'm like, what moment are we actually waiting for? You know, like sure, there are like some bad moments, bad times to read books, like if you're super busy, if something is distracting you, whatever the fuck, like there might be some bad times like that, but at the same time, like, you know, if we're just like chilling, living our life and avoiding the book, waiting for some fucking miracle, I'm just like, why would we do that? You know, like I don't want to die without reading this book. I don't want to die without reading all of Talia's books. So I might as well just do it, you know? So that was way too dramatic, but you know, whatever. We are reading this book. I need it in my life. I don't know what it's about. I don't want to know what it's about. I know I'm gonna love it and whatever. So I know I'm gonna love it no matter what. So it's happening. I have 2 more books, then I actually have a few ebooks, but I need to speed this up because I wanted this video to be a little shorter. So I have Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. So this is a book that you have probably heard about, but I mean, it's been described as Howl's Moving Castle meets Bridgerton or something like that. And I'm just like, absolutely. So it's like a historical romance with fantasy elements or some shit, and the heroine has like half a soul, as the title suggests, and that's pretty much all I know, but I think it's going to be very fun. Multiple of my friends whose tastes I very much trust have loved this, so I just know I'm gonna love it too. And the same goes for The Very Secret Society of Regular Witches by Sanju Mandana. I am going to make a reading vlog reading these kinds of books, and so these 2 are absolutely going to be included in that. Yeah, this is a paranormal romance that is supposed to have found family and just like wonderful, comforting, wholesome vibes, and I most certainly need that in my life, and I just know I'm going to fucking love this, and so I just need to dive in. And okay, so I don't think I'm going to go through too many things because again, I need to just end this video, but I absolutely want to read A Photo Finish by Elsie Silver, which is an adult romance, and it is the 2nd book in this series, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. I actually started it, I read 20% when I was trying to figure out what book I knew I would get immersed in immediately, that I would be obsessed with and I wouldn't want to stop. It was this one, and it absolutely is doing its job. So I'm actually filming this on the 27th of February, so there's a high chance I'm gonna finish it before March even starts, but like, you know, that is a good thing. So yes, and I think the last thing that I'm going to mention now is I desperately want to read Vicious Devotion by Aveda Weiss. I got an arc of this because I'm one of Aveda's patrons, but I actually think I want to wait for this to be out in paperback because I wanted to read it originally when, you know, I was able to get the arc, but I was not able to do that because again, I was super busy, whatever. And so yeah, I think we're gonna wait for the paperback because I did that with Aveda's last book and it was the best thing ever, and it is so pretty, and I want to have that on my shelves, and I want to support Aveda, so you know what, we're gonna fucking do that. So it's like a polyamorous monster romance, and the thing that Aveda does with pretty much like all of their books is like she writes a little novella at first that is, or like a short story that follows the characters. It gives you the taste of like the dynamic, the writing style, and everything, and then there's like a full-length novel following those characters, that story, and whatever. And I feel like that is literally the best thing ever. Like, I love that whole thing so much. And it can really help you like figure out if you actually want to read the story and like what the vibe is, and then when you read the full-length novel, you know what you're getting yourself into. So that's gonna be it for this video. If I sounded a little weird in this video, it's because I have not filmed in over a week, and it feels very weird, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you are planning on reading. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!